What is going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? It's your boy, the Truth 31. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness on that face, neck, and chest. And bruh, I just got out of seeing Spider-Man No Way Home. And let me just say right now, I am retiring the name of Trash Holland. He is now on Tom Holland. Yes, he has earned the name. He has earned the spot with the Truth 31 to be called Tom Holland, because this film was awesome. I have to admit, I had my doubts. I saw all the pre-hype on Twitter. I'm just like, listen, this is all just the usual best Marvel movie ever, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, I was going into it like, okay, let's see. I'm still not gonna like, Tom Holland. But to my surprise, bruh, I had so much fun with this movie. First of all, let me just say, I am so glad that Tom Holland has now graduated into a man, because my biggest problem with the Tom Holland film, the Spider-Man films, is that it was too kiddie. I was just like, yo, is this kid ever gonna grow up? It's like, and I felt there was no consequences happening to the character. Like, everything was just like, rainbows and sunshines. I'm like, okay, whatever. But this film, like, he was living in suburbia, and now, for the next few phase of films, he's now moving to Compton. Like, you know what I mean? Because he is like, at the end of this movie, I'm not going to spoil it. Again, this is a non-spoiler review. But by the end of this movie, he grows up. And there are, for the first time in a Tom Holland Spider-Man film, there are consequences that happens to this character, and it's raw, it's messed up. I was like, bro, there were several moments in this film where I was just like, damn, even I felt bad for Tom. I was like I wanted to fucking like go through the screen, like if I was Doctor Strange myself going through the multiverse, and I wanted to hug Tom Holland. I was like, yo, you good, bro? Yo, don't worry about it, bro. Like, you good? Don't worry about it, bro. I'm here for you, bro. Like, I want to give him a kiss because I felt so bad for the dude. But again, that's the kind of Peter Parker I like. I like a Peter Parker that's down on his luck and just like, and everything is fucked. Like, everything goes wrong for the kid. That's the kind of Peter Parker I like. And the fact that it seems that we're going in that direction for the next, the college trilogy, that's exciting. The characters, Ned still annoys me. I still like, I was like, he was like, a couple of jokes with him. I was like, okay, whatever. Still like the kid. Zendaya, yo, there was a reveal. I was just like, I was like, okay. I like that. I was like, oh, a nice little clarification for the character. I was like, nice. Okay, thank you for that. There were several cameos. Obviously, if you've been on the internet, you know what they are. I was like, oh man, it was so cool to see this one particular cameo at the beginning of the film. I was like, oh, that was so cool. It's like it feels like I'm reading a live action Marvel comic, which is pretty cool. Bruh, talking about cameos, bruh, you already know what I'm talking about, and I'm not gonna spoil it because for those people who don't know what it is. But when this particular character showed up at the movie, bro, I was at the edge of my seat. I was like, wait a minute, is this the scene? Is this gonna happen? Is this where it's gonna go down? I'm like, oh shit! And when this person, bruh, I teared up. I got goosebumps. The whole theater was clapping and cheering. We were like, yes! I was like, bro, it was like seeing an old best friend that you haven't seen in 20 years. And when this character shows up, I'm like, oh my god, bro! Like, I felt so much waves of nostalgia just overcoming me. It was awesome. It was amazing. And even the other cameo, I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. I was like, okay. Like, I even like the other cameo. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the movie and you'll know. But it was so cool to see the characters interact with one another. I was like, oh man, it was so fun. It was fun. It was entertaining. The villains were cool. William Dafoe as Green Goblin fucking stole the show, bro. Like, he is awesome. He is amazing. And he's just, he literally confirmed, like, okay, this man is the best Spider-Man villain of all time. Like, like, no one is competing with this, with William Dafoe. Like, he's awesome. And it's funny because, each character in the movie got a nice little backstory. I was just like, wow. Like, even a certain character told a little backstory about, where he's been all this time. And I was like, damn, like, you know what? Like, I was actually interested. Like, I actually want to see more of this story. I want to see more of this character, and I hope we do. Again, it's a multiverse, right? So you never know, shit happens. But yeah, all the characters were pretty well done. The action was pretty cool. The CGI is still a little wonky at times. Like I don't know what it is, but like for a movie that's like what $200 million, there's no excuse. Like, and the CGI still, I mean, for the most part, it's fine. But you know, you can still tell like it's very CGI. It's very cartoonish. I'm like, come on, bro. It's like, come on. Like, you have a budget of like fucking of a $200 million fanfare. It's like, come on, like step this shit up. But again, that's like a minor quibble. And like I said, Tom Holland, like he stepped it up. And there was a particular scene, I was just like, whoo. I was like, oh shit, like we are going down the dark road. I like it. Like I want more of this. And there were certain shots in the film where I was just like, yo, that is like fucking the way it was framed. The way it was framed, I was like, that is beautiful. I was like, okay, so you can make an epic grand Spider-Man film with Tom Holland. You're just handcuffed to all this fucking cringy MCU bullshit. It's like, no, like, cause certain shots in this film, I was like, that is beautiful, bro. Like, that is awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, man, it was just like, I'm so excited to, like, I never thought I would say this, but I'm actually excited to see more of Tom Holland in the college trilogy. But you know, by the end of this film, like I said earlier, by the end of this film, he grows up, and you're like, damn. You're like, oh my God, Peter. It's like, I feel so bad for this kid. But again, I like that. I like the fact that, you know, like bad shit is happening to the character, but you know, it's for the character's own good to evolve and grow up. So I'm super excited to see the next phase of films, which I never thought I would say that in my lifetime. I never thought I'd be excited to see a Tom Holland film. So easily, by far, this is the best of the trilogy. Like, no question, hands down. It's pretty rad, man. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, man, I had so much fun. And again, like seeing that particular cameo and seeing that character throughout the film, I was like, oh my God, it was so cool, bro. It was like, I want to see more. I want to see more. It was really, really well done. And yeah, it was fun, man. It was a really, really fun experience. And it's one of those films that, yeah, it lived up to the hype. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you're gonna go apeshit over this. Like, you're like, oh my God, like this is like easily gonna be one of your favorite films or superhero films of all time. I'm not gonna say it's as good as Spider-Man 2, because I still feel like Spider-Man 2 is still, for me, the best of the Spider-Man films. But this is like clearly in the, oh yeah, this is easily like, you know, one of the top three for sure. So yeah, so that's my review of Spider-Man No Way Home. Go watch it, go have fun. It's cool, man. And also stay for the end credits. There were 2 end credits. I was like, okay, like interesting. Like, I'm curious to see where this goes. It's really fun. And yeah, man, go see it. But as always, that's going to be it, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Follow me on Discord as well to be part of the Truth Army. And yeah, man, go watch Spider-Man No Way Home. It's fun. It's amazing. The cameos are great. And Peter Parker, Tom Holland, he really stepped up in this game. And finally, he stepped up. He graduated to a man, which is awesome. And the future should be very, very interesting for the MCU in general. Because like I said, I'm not going to spoil it, but there are consequences. And it's pretty damn dark. But I love it. I like that dark shit. But as always, love you guys. Stay safe. Truth out.